Hi, friends. So last Friday, you worked with Mrs. Peters on creating detailed instructions on how to draw an animal. I really enjoyed all of your directions. You guys did a great job. So we're going to add on to that today. But here's the challenge, okay? You, in a minute, are going to have to go back into last Friday's photo album and you are going to pick one friend. It cannot be yours. One friend's directions. And you are going to follow those directions and make their animal. But then you are going to add on to their directions to add a little bit more detail to the animal, okay? So there's a couple options you can do. You can click on the picture of the friend that they posted and print it out and add on, or you can just start with the picture, okay? So I'll kind of show both ways of what I mean. Okay, so pretend like I went in Friday's photo album and I clicked on Mrs. Peters' cat directions and I printed it out. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is we want to know whose did you add on to. So at the beginning, if you're printing out the whole paper, or if you're just starting with this picture, you're going to want to say adding onto blank's animal. Okay. So I'm adding on to who? Mrs. Peters' animal. Okay. So I am going to add, and you are going to add 2 to 3 more steps. So you can just keep adding if you've printed it, or if you're not able to print it, you could probably just start with the picture and add on, okay? So you could just put like number 5 and draw the picture of the animal. All right, so watch me first so you can kind of understand. So I'm gonna add 6, step 6. I'm still gonna have that picture, but I'm adding on to it, okay? So I'm going to make sure I have the picture first. So where she left off, and mine's gonna look a little different, of course. My cat's got some big eyes. So then the next step, step 6, now I'm modeling this, you're not copying, okay? You remember you are printing or copying someone else's animal. And when you get to that last step, you're adding 2 to 3 more steps, okay? So pretend like I followed all of it. I got to that last step. Now I want to add more, okay? I want to do that to both sides. So I'm going to say add a curve to both sides of the head. Okay. Remember, you're not copying this. You are just watching my example. Now, remember, you have to keep kind of repeating the picture. So now I've got my cat. And now I want to connect it and add 2 humps. So connect and I have to be really specific, curves at the bottom and draw 2 humps inside. Okay. Then my last step, remember every time I have to draw all of the animal. The last thing I want to do is I want to add a tail and claws. Add a tail to the right, I'm being very specific, side of the body and add claws to the feet. Okay, so now that you have kind of an idea, I'm going to re-explain the directions. Okay, so you are going to stop this video in a minute. You are going to go into last week's folder. You are going to click on the photo album from Friday. Okay, you are either going to print out the paper that the friend already submitted, or you can start fresh. Okay, so if you're starting fresh, you would probably have a picture. Well, obviously, you'd have a picture of the last step. Okay, so if you wanted to do that, you would follow the friend's directions. You'd have the last step, and then you would put adding to, and then whoever. Remember, I had Mrs. Peters animal or whatever. Okay, so then this would be fine, just like this. You don't have to copy the last direction. Okay, then you are adding 2 to 3 more steps to your friend's animal. If you want to do more than 3, that's fine. Okay, but probably no more than 5. Adding a little bit more detail to the animal. Okay, and then you are going to post a picture of the new directions in today's photo album. Make sure that you have whose animal you copied, right? So whose animal are you adding on to? Okay, hopefully that's not too confusing. Hopefully you understand. It's just something fun, another way to add more details to our functional writing. All right, I cannot wait to see how creative you can be, and I'm sure your friends are excited to see if theirs gets chosen. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.